On today's video, we're going to be reacting to the most expensive Wagyu in Japan. If you didn't know, there are several different varieties of Wagyu. One of them being Kobe beef, which is the most expensive. That's what today's video is all about. So enough talking and let's begin. Oh yes, baby. See, in Japan, every time you go to any supermarket, they give you beef Wagyu talo for free, and that's literally what it is, Wagyu talo. So what that is literally mashed potato that has been compact. Then obviously we have some carrots and some lotus root. Immediately both go in. These steaks are not that thick, so they should cook quite quickly. So that is what I like to call a Japanese Wagyu A5 filet mignon. It is the most tender part of the cow, and at the same time, I call that steak the god of steaks for a reason. It is literally the best cut of meat. Notice that he was constantly basting the steak with the Wagyu fat itself. That is a very good technique that I highly recommend doing it. But if you don't have Wagyu fat, always baste it with butter. It's good. He's using a grinder to get nice fine salt grains. Here I like to use more kosher salt because we pour it by hand. But grinding your own salt also allows you to measure the amount being poured. But it's also very fine particles. And that is good because it's gonna allow the salt to penetrate fast into the meat, which is what you want. Wow, got a nice crust already. So the filet mignon got a nice crust quite quickly. Now that one would be a rump steak. Now I want you to notice that the rump steak has more marbling, but at the same time, it does not compete with the tenderness of a filet mignon. You see, the rump steak is behind the cow, where it does a lot of work. And the filet mignon is like on the back near the spine. It does almost no work at all, and that's one of the reasons why it's so tender. That looks gorgeous. Searing all sides, very nice. You see, now that he's seared, he's gonna put it on the side because if he starts cutting that immediately, it will be completely raw. With thin steaks like that, as soon as you get a sear, remember it's still cooking. Just because you took it off the heat, it does not mean that it's completely stopped. Heat will still penetrate through. So letting it rest on the side will get that cooked a little bit more, trying to reach medium rare. Oh, he's saving that Wagyu fat. What a smart guy. Yes, don't let that goodness go to waste. Have you ever tried lotus root before? If you haven't, lotus root has a mild sweet flavor and it tastes quite like water chestnut. It is an edible stem that, depending on how you cook it, will have a crispy and crunchy texture. A lot of people will categorize it as a chewy potato. It's good. So how this restaurant is completely empty? There's not one person inside. Is that a good sign or a bad sign that this is a good restaurant? I know, because all the restaurants I've been in Japan was pretty packed, everybody. And I did go on one that does just like this. That will come out real soon. Mashed potato, crispy. Nice color on the carrots. Lotus root looks good. Broccoli there. That's one of the things that I've seen quite a lot being done in Japan. There's a lot of whiskey and they put it right on the top and let it steam and get that flavor, but they only use it in the end. Because if you use it in the beginning, you soak that thing up and you don't flambe and let the alcohol burn, it just doesn't taste good, everybody. Trust me on that one. Mountain of steak. Let's go. Season it once again. Oh, brought you a salad so that you don't get upset, everybody, because it doesn't look like a lot of food. That's one of the things with these restaurants, you know what I mean? Because I like to eat quite a bit, everybody, can you tell? And when I went to the restaurant, I literally left hungry, okay? They don't serve you a lot of food. And the problem is because it's a show right in front of you, if you don't order enough, by the time they're done and you want to eat more, it's going to take another hour and a half for them to cook it in front of you. Let's see the middle. Ah, nice medium rare. So you see, they always do that in the end. Every restaurant I went to. That right there is one of the most delicious things to eat with a steak. It's garlic chips. But I'll tell you one thing, those garlics are giants. Wow, perfect slice, perfect sizes. Yeah, oh, I'm salivating, everybody. That looks amazing. Ooh. Mmm. Oh yes, Papa.
What's your coffee?
Oh wow. A little bit of extra salt. Broccoli. Oh, he really enjoyed it. The whole amount of horseradish? And a drink of beer. Let's go. So total was 16,000 yen. So that was about $112 or $100 meal for 2 people. There's no way in the world that you will find anything close to that here in the United States. So you have an idea. Each one of those God of steaks would cost about $250 each. The rump steak is a little bit cheaper, but at the same time is larger. So it will cost about $150. That is retail price. That is not the restaurant price. Now, anytime you're gonna go eat in any restaurant, you know they gotta make a profit. You must at least, for any restaurant, double it. Then include tip, everything else. We're talking about a $2,000 minimum. But if you go to Salt Bae, he will charge you $2,500 per steak. Salt Bae. Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing, if you are ever in Japan, that is an amazing experience. I tried it. Just my advice to you is order extra. It is not expensive there. Here it is. Because that's not enough, everybody. Trust me. There's no appetizer. There's anything like that. It's straight up what you order. And it is delicious. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, hit that thumbs up and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hello everybody, as you can see that is the famous prep table, and as you can also see there is no famous Guga next to that table. He's out of town right now. He's on official Guga business flying, and I thought it'd be a good idea to show you guys around, show you guys what happens around here. Most importantly, me and all the editors.
Kind of like my ex-wife, just stays around a little bit too long.
Feeding like Doritos, like I have in my lunchbox.
Incredible amount
Nick,
of flavor.
say something.
It's definitely got more juice.
When the brisket is glistening, my belly is listening.
Got a hot dog stuffed in French bread, a wee in the French baguette.
Are really hungry. We're gonna see if we can whip up some smash burgers, and I think I know just the guy. All right, we are now in the editor's bullpen, and this is the man we came to see. The people don't know this. You are a phenomenal chef. And I got some smash burgers that need to be cooked up. What do you say?
Let's do it.
The only condition is that you can't tell Guga anything. What you got here going on here, 2K?
What are you doing?
I'm about to make us some smash burgers.
Oh, you making burgers?
You want some?
Hell yeah, I want some burgers.
We got everybody here making videos. And we're about to make you another one right now. All right, David, now we're in the garage. We got hungry dudes and we want burgers. Tell me what you need.
Need some meat, cheese, and some buns.
Is that it? Would you say you have all the materials you need now?
That's about all I need, yeah.
How about we show the people the prep table they're used to in a new way?
Let's do it.
You guys know that prep table, don't you? It's a true behind the scenes experience. Look at that man. He looks like he's ready to cook some burgers.
Let's get these burgers done.
Ooh, okay. So what are we doing? What are the steps, David?
We got some regular ground beef. Guga has some 7327 here. Just want to get some about 2.5 ounces of a little handful there. Meatballs, you don't want to compress it too tight because then your burger gets nice and dry and dense. I'm gonna do a double stack, so I'm gonna be doing about 6 of these.
Damn, David, you're good at this cooking stuff. When Guga is away, the hungry boys will come out to play.
Maybe a little Wagyu too.
Whoa! Put that down. Guga's away, man. He's gonna come back and count all his Wagyu. He said burgers.
The Wagyu.
Oh my god. Whoever's editing this, please put it slow-mo and just have it.
Oh, sorry. We got our mise en place. Let's go grill these.
Wait. What are we gonna use to cook these burgers, man? Some Wagyu, some crazy tallow. What are we doing?
Look like a Guga Foods video?
I guess not.
All right, David, what are we doing?
Put them down, we smash them, we eat them. Toaster box. Just like that, your smash burgers are done.
So this is a Google Foods video. Huh? All right, guys, burgers are ready. I'm really hungry. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments section. But can't wait to eat this burger. And these videos aren't gonna edit themselves. Leo's out. Leo's still out.
Thanks Yazio for sponsoring this video. Here goes nothing. On today's video, I am exploring hot fried chicken. There's one place that is better than everywhere else, and that would be in Nashville. I was told that the chicken here is even better than steak. And even though I'm going to be trying it in several different locations with some very special guests, if you come to Nashville, your first stop should be in Hattie B's. Hattie B's! You gotta have it, everybody. It is spicy, oily, delicious. I mean, at least that's my hope. Let's go. Let's see. When you arrive, the most important thing is choosing your heat level. They got no heat, which they call it southern. Next level up is medium, mild, or hot. Then, for spicy lovers, they got what's called damn hot. Shut the clock up. So after placing my order, it was time to eat. This is their mild chicken tenders. I will say this, looks nice and crispy, smell delicious. Cheers. Oh, so juicy. Wow, wait a minute. Damn. That's mild? Seriously? The mild is spicy. Very crispy, very juicy, absolutely delicious, sweet and spicy. Wonderful chicken tenders. They also have a mac and cheese in here that I definitely want to give it a try. Smells delicious. Let's see. Cheers. I will say the mac and cheese is slightly overcooked, so the macaroni itself almost feels like mashed potato because it's so smooshy. But it's all about this chicken. It is delicious. I like it. However, the mild is spicy. Let's go for the hot one. I can immediately see the different color. It looks more spicy. It seems like the rub got stuck on the crust, which looks more dangerous. I'm not gonna lie, everybody. The previous one was hot. This one is going to be lava, and I'm scared. But nevertheless, with this one, I got some coleslaw to cool it down. Let's give it a try right now. Let's see how good it is. Here goes nothing. Oh, it flips on you. Oh boy. You know what the problem with this chicken is that, it is spicy, 100%, but it's very flavorful. So it's one of those chickens that makes you want to go for more because it's sweet and spicy and extremely juicy. Oh my goodness. There's not much difference between this one here and the mild. The biggest difference is that they add more of the seasoning. Here, let me show it to you. Check this seasoning out. See how there's more seasoning on this one here and obviously oil, but it's all about that seasoning on the top. The thing with this chicken is that it's addicting. You can just take one bite. Absolutely delicious. With this one, I got some coleslaw to cool it down. It's just a generic coleslaw, nothing crazy, but it is perfect to tone down the heatness. You know what I mean? However, this is white meat, chicken tender. We all know thighs are better than breasts. Let's try that right now. I'm telling you, everybody, dark meat will always be better than white meat. Now, take a look at this thighs. Looks absolutely phenomenal. But this one here is supposed to be medium, and I can clearly see a bunch of seasoning on it. But enough talking, let's give it a go. 100% go for this. The tenders are nice to eat. I understand. It is easier to eat, but this is so much more flavorful. You really feel the chicken. And be ready because the mild is spicy. I promise you. But this one is so much better than chicken tenders, everybody. Highly recommend. For this one, I got some grits right here. I want to try the grits. Oh, wow. Okay, do not order the mac and cheese. Go with the grits. Almost tastes like it's homemade. Wow, this is delicious. All of the chickens are great. Be careful with the hot one because they even have a hotter one. It is one of those foods that you have and you can't stop eating it, even though you are in a little bit of pain. Hattie B's was delicious, but I was told by everyone that I must try the original, and I was ready to share it with some very special guests. Before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, Yazio. Unfortunately, I'm still working off some of last year's holiday meals, but thankfully the new year is the perfect time to get my fitness back on track. And with the help of Yazio, one of the world's leading nutrition apps, I can make sure I'm on track and living a happy and healthy life. Yazio has key features to help me stay consistent, features like a calorie counter, intermittent fasting timer, over 2,500 recipes to choose from, and more. The best part is that the app is free to download. My favorite feature to use is the calorie and macronutrient tracker. I love keeping track of not only how much I'm eating, but more specifically how much protein I'm getting. Now I know I make good side dishes, but the protein should always be the star. And with Yazio Pro, I get even more insight about my diet. The Pro version shows you key micronutrients like salt, sugar, and fiber, a smart food rating, which grades the food you're eating, so you can better decide your diet. Automatic tracking from your favorite fitness tracker, and access to their database of recipes, which includes over 2,500 dishes. So if you're interested, check out Yazio. Head to yazio.me/Guga to get 50% off a 12-month subscription of Yazio Pro. Thank you, Yazio, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get right back to it. We got Big Justice and AJ, and we're gonna be judging some Nashville hot fried chicken. You guys ready?
It's gonna be so good.
We're ready to bring the boom.
Yeah.
Let's go. You guys take spice well because I don't. This place is well known for its chicken tenders. Everyone said I must have them, so I placed a big order, having the most popular ones.
So Guga, do you think it's gonna be good?
I have no idea, but it's the original place. What do you think?
I think they have a good history because how it all started.
Yeah.
The ex was trying to have payback.
So the story was that Prince was an unfaithful man, and when he came home smelling like perfume, his wife made this incredible spicy chicken to get her revenge. However, he loved it, and he was addicted to it.
Food.
Oh, let's go. You ready for some chicken?
Yeah.
Let's try some chicken right now. You're gonna go for the plain,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go for the mild.
Guga, are you ready?
Yeah, let's go. Mine is a little spicy. They call this one mild, but it's actually a little spicy. What do you think, Big Justice? Because I don't know what you're feeling with yours, but mine is a little dry. Exactly. It's a little dry. It's not like perfectly juicy what you would expect to take a bite from, you know?
It's just a little dry. That's the only thing. It's so crispy. The chicken's good. It's just like pulled chicken.
Yeah, like a pulled chicken, yeah.
Yeah, like when you keep chewing, that's what it starts to taste like.
Exactly, and you notice how as we were taking bites, it took us a while to try, right?
Chew, yeah.
Exactly, because it's not that juicy, it's like dry.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you see that volcano over there? Also, what did you call it?
Diabolical.
You think me and your dad could try that?
All right, sounds good.
All right, AJ, this one looks a little bit dangerous, as you can see here. You ready for it?
Yeah, that looks dangerous.
You do well with spice?
I'm okay with spice. This one looks like it brings the boom.
It does. Please, get yours, my friend.
All right.
Choose your weapon.
Oh, geez. All right, we'll go with this one right here.
You see that?
Yeah, that one's all
straight up,
spiced up
just
on you.
spice and stuff like that. Cheers.
And
You don't feel it right away. Oh, never mind. I took it back. Oh. 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 That doesn't even that doesn't even taste good.
I know, I'm with you. I can handle it, but I think that I like spicy when it's spicy for the sake of tasting good.
Yeah.
Sometimes things can be spicy just for the sake of seeing how spicy you can get it. I don't even know if I could give it a 1 on the boom meter.
I don't think it deserves
No.
it. There's no flavor. There's not enjoyable. If you enjoy that, you are a psychopath.
Now that was a big, juicy chunk of chicken that just got ruined by just being overspiced.
Going back to the original story,
Right.
This guy actually enjoyed this.
I guess everybody likes something different.
Super hot is too hot, everybody. Go with the mild, you have a better experience. So this is the original place. Now we're gonna go to something that supposedly is a lot better.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, let's try it.
Now we're gonna try Bolton's.
Think it's gonna be good, Big Justice?
I think it's gonna be okay.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Let's go.
It looks authentic. What do you think? It looks so crispy, huh?
Oh my gosh.
It looks good. It looks good, right?
Whoa.
Are you ready, brother?
I'm ready.
Let's give it a cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, wow.
So moist.
There's a huge difference.
So juicy.
Do you feel the breading? How the bread is nice and crumbly?
Perfect crunch. Cooked perfectly. There's a 10 out of 10.
Easy to chew, extremely juicy, very flavorful. The crust is nice and crumbly. See, it goes to show you, everybody, the original might not always be best, but this one is a whole nother level. However, this is not spicy at all. However, this one is the plain. I gotta have your dad right here with me because they said that that one kills.
They said that this is the spiciest chicken in town.
Should I be scared?
Yeah. Probably.
You want to take this one here?
No, I'll take that one, but that one looks like, you know, you go to shake the pepper and the top falls off.
Yeah.
That's what happens. There it is right there.
Now, with just chicken here, it doesn't look like they put oil. Nashville hot fried chicken normally is known for their oil. They slather the oil on top of it.
Okay.
This is straight up powder. There's no oil at all. This one is straight up spiciness. So I have a feeling that it's going to make our mouth very numb. Tourists will go to Princess and locals will come here. So this is supposed to be really good. We can talk all we want. We're going to try it. Let's go. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Oh my God.
Oh.
How are you feeling, AJ?
I'm feeling like that fire-breathing chicken right there on the wall.
Oh my God.
For the hot.
Oh, wait. There's another level up from this?
I don't think it's possible to go harder than this. Okay, so this is not flavorful to me because the cayenne pepper on top, I think that's straight up cayenne pepper and there's no flavor at all. You can't even taste the chicken.
It's like sticking your tongue in the cayenne pepper. Nah, that's a doom.
We got the owner over here. It is spicy. Let me ask you a question here. So Nashville hot fried chicken, normally, they have the oils, right? You put the hot, there's no oil on this one, right?
Yes, ours is a dry rub, which the powder was very spicy that we combine, which gives it heat as well as flavor.
But a lot of heat.
Yes,
A lot more heat than flavor.
So is it mainly cayenne pepper?
I can't tell you.
You got to keep the secret.
Yes.
I see.
See, because if I tell you and then without the close down, because everybody,
No, we don't.
everybody make it themselves.
We don't want to do that at all.
This is the hot, right?
No, this is the mild.
It's mild.
The hot, I'm scared to open it. Why are you laughing?
Because I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
We had one lady come in and she called me her table. She said, "Is it even legal to sell stuff this hot?"
Can we see you take a bite of this?
Oh, no, sir.
No, you don't even take a bite.
No, I don't.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go check out Big Justice and AJ. I'll put the link on the information down below. Give them some love. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one because right now, I'm going to go buy some milk. You guys with me?
I'm with you.
Let's bring the boom.
Let's go buy some milk, man. This is killing me, bro. Seriously. Thanks to Dow Strong for sponsoring this video. On today's video, I came to the most famous motel in the planet, and for one reason only. Supposedly, they have better food than Salt Bae. I really have high hopes, and I hope they're right because I'm excited. We're in Nashville. It looks great. Nevertheless, can you tell me I'm hungry? Because I am. Let's go eat, and let's see what the fuss is all about. If you go to Google and search best places to eat in Nashville, the two top results are these. First, Hattie B's, which has over 11,000 reviews. But this is a food chain and they offer incredible hot fried chicken. Forget chicken, because right underneath it there's a restaurant called the Loveless Cafe, full of southern food. Everyone was telling me that is so much better than Salt Bae. And when you're in Nashville, Tennessee, you gotta have some southern food. So after putting your name down, this place is truly packed. You can tell by its style that it has been here for a while. To be specific, since the 1950s. They even have a smokehouse, which unfortunately was not open today. But as you wait, you can also get some things to eat. Since we have an hour and 30-minute wait, I decided to go ahead and get an appetizer just like you would in Salt Bae's restaurant, but a peanut butter and jelly appetizer, everybody. And I'll be honest with you, Wonder Bread, peanut butter and jelly, there's nothing wrong with that. On a nice rainy day, hot coffee, what else do you need? Come on, tell you what, I much rather this peanut butter and jelly than the steak tartare I had over there. For a fair comparison, this is Salt Bae's steak tartare. If there's one thing about this is that it's fancy and quite expensive. And the way it's made, it's interesting, as it is all about the show. To start off, they do it tableside. They break up a Parmesan cracker and sprinkle it like Salt Bae. Then they start pushing the thin slices of beef inwards. As they're doing so, inside they have arugula and Parmesan cheese. Once it's completely rolled up, it is lathered with some Dijon mustard, followed by balsamic vinegar. And to finish it up, olive oil and the signature salt. And in the end, they cut it up to serve you in bite-sized pieces. Now tell me the truth. Would you rather this or a peanut butter and jelly? Come on, I know you're with me. This just hits different, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can taste that this was made with love versus the other one probably made with hate. Oh! And when I say that, I'm not alone. Because as you scroll down on Salt Bae's Instagram, there's one thing that he's proud of: the crazy amount of money he charges everyone. Some of the bills cost more than a car. Not a Toyota Corolla. I'm talking about supercars. The prices are ridiculous. And lately, this man's restaurant has been going downhill. But after enjoying my peanut butter and jelly in peace, it was time to get into the restaurant. All right, we finally arrived. We are able to sit down, took about an hour and a half, but we had that PB&J and it made it all better, everybody, with a little bit of coffee already. Taking a look at the menu, there's a few things that caught my eye. One of them is going to be a country fried steak and eggs. They say it's a lot better than Salt Bae, so I gotta give it a go. For the side dishes, they have quite a few options, and one of the most popular is their hash brown casserole, which is exactly what I'm going to go for. Another thing that caught my attention is a patty melt. Now, if you never had a patty melt, it's very similar to a burger, but they come with sandwich bread. With all that being said, let's give this a go right now. So the first thing that arrived are these beautiful biscuits. I mean, it looks like grandma did it. They're literally made with love, and as you can clearly see, these are not round, what you normally used to. You can tell that they're homemade, and they smell like a lot of butter, everybody. So you already know it's gonna be really, really good. We have a nice, beautiful crust, very fluffy and extremely buttery. To go along with it, I ordered some sausage gravy. I absolutely love this. I'm addicted to it. Now, if you never had sausage gravy, it's very similar to a bechamel sauce, and instead of butter, they use fat, and it is fantastic. Enough talk, let's give this a go right now. Cheers. Oh yeah, man. There is a lot of butter in there. That's why they're so good and famous. It is fluffy, nice little crisp on top. You know, not in a lot of food you can taste love. This one, you can taste the love. You gotta be careful though. You can eat 1,000 of them. But let's try with the sausage gravy. I mean, wow, this looks phenomenal. I'm gonna go ahead and add a nice, generous amount on top of it. The more, the better. Let's give it a try. Cheers. Oh yeah, you know, you can have your biscuit sweet or savory. Definitely, at least for me, the savoriness is much better. My goodness, it is delicious. It is so creamy that it almost feels like it's cheesy. Sausage gravy is on a whole nother level, and plenty of fat. That is what Southern food is all about. And when you think about Southern food, you often think about mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, barbecue ribs, and of course, chicken fried steak. And if you've never heard of it before, you probably had it. But just like this place, they call it country fried steak. Just make sure you always get it with the gravy. Thanksgiving is coming, and that means carving up some epic holiday roasts. And today I'm here to show you two of my top picks for the celebration season. First up, the Gladiator Series curvy knife and fork set. It's got everything: a professional knife, a meat fork, and a honing rod to keep that edge sharp forever. For something a little more on the wild side, I love this 12-inch slicing and carving knife from the Barbarian series. This beast has a razor-sharp Swedish steel blade. It feels wild, powerful, and gives you insane grip and control. So whether you go for classic and professional, or wild and untamed, Dow Strong's got you covered this season. Head over to dowstrong.com and gear up today. Got my country fried steak. Now, if you are unfamiliar with this, let me tell you something. It's basically a breaded steak that is deep fried, everybody. It looks like it has a nice crust. You get a nice scrambled egg to go along with it. Also some gravy. Now, whenever you deep fry the steak like this, since it's so thin, it's definitely not going to be medium rare in the middle, but it's that ultimate crunch that you're looking for. It smells phenomenal. I want to slice it open right now and see what we got. Let's go. All right, let's give this a look right now. It is nice and crispy, exactly what you would expect from a country fried steak. But with that being said, take a look at this. It's not going to be as juicy as a medium rare, but what you do with it to compensate is you go ahead and you add some gravy on the top, just like that, everybody. Oh, wow. Now you tell me that's not an American classic. That is what you're looking for right there. Now the question is it really better than Salt Bae? Well, let's give it a go. Oh yes, it is so much better than Salt Bae. You know why? It's perfectly seasoned and a nice crunch. And when you add this gravy right here on top, I mean, if you never had a country fried steak, you should, because you don't know what you're missing. It is delicious. I like it. You gotta compare to what things really is, right? What is Salt Bae? The most expensive steakhouse there is. So their steaks should be phenomenal. Not average. For me, at least, it's just average. Yes, I hate the guy. I don't like the guy. Now, if I come here, I'm comparing it to what it actually is. What is this place? Somewhere for you to have a nice, wonderful meal. Somewhere that is not going to cost you an arm and a leg, but it is going to be enjoyable for you to eat and enjoy your food and feel the love, you know? Oh yeah, and you can feel it. This is not a steakhouse, but if I compared which one am I having a better time, eating here or eating at Salt Bae, my friend, I will take this all day, every day. This is some next level breakfast right here. Got the hash brown casserole right here. Let's give this a try. Looks like a lot of cheese. Very cheesy, nice cheddar cheese. What they're known for. Let's give it a go right now. Cheers. Oh, wow. Why is it so good? And most importantly, properly seasoned. But check out what just arrived. So this is a petit melt. It is with crispy bread. Bread right here is kind of greasy, okay? You would expect it because what happens is, even though the bread is being toasted, the juices from the actual burger goes all the way through the bread. So the bread's gonna be slightly greasy, which is what you want. And obviously straight up beef and cheese. Let's give it a try and see if it's better than Salt Bae's burger. Because do you remember what happens with Salt Bae's burger? He cuts the burgers in half and he puts grill marks that it's so burned and sometimes it's slightly bitter. I have a feeling it's going to be delicious. Cheers. Okay, it's not the best patty melt I ever had. It's slightly dry, kind of greasy. I'm gonna keep it real. Damn, I'm offended to say this, but Salt Bae's burger is better than this, okay? I say it like it is, everybody. I'll always be honest. Even though I hate the guy, it's still better than this right here. They focus more on their platters and not so much on the actual sandwich. Not my favorite. You know what? I wanna go back to that country steak. I love when people on the comment section says like, oh, you're not a food critic, or you're judging Salt Bae because Salt Bae's food is fantastic. No, it's not, first of all, okay? If you are paying so much money for a steak, it better be a really good steak. It can't be an average steak. Let me know if you agree with me or not, or if I'm a total jerk to Salt Bae. Maybe I shouldn't be mean to Salt Bae. Maybe I should really be nice to Salt Bae. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below where I should go next. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Yo, Salt Bae, as a reminder, we are not friends.
Thanks SNS Grills for sponsoring this video. On today's videos, these beautiful steaks were marinated with something quite unique. I can say the same thing for these wonderful skewers as well, because I used a very unusual ingredient for us here in the US, and that would be this 7-Up. Now just hear me out before you think I'm crazy. My good friends from the Philippines have been using this to marinate meats for decades, and I think they are on to something. And today I'm gonna run an experiment that I think it's gonna blow my mind. And here's how it's done. The first and most important ingredient is banana ketchup. And to make it, it's quite simple, because you just gotta throw everything into a blender, starting first with white onions, followed by garlic, some chili peppers, cayenne pepper, turmeric, allspice seasoning, smoked paprika, and finish it off with avocado oil. Blend everything on high and immediately throw into a large skillet. Start cooking it under medium heat, add some tomato paste and stir. As that's simmering, you want to go ahead and grab some bananas. These are some little cute ones, but in all honesty, you can use any ones you like. Using the same exact blender, throw them in. Followed by some ginger, soy sauce, vinegar, some fish sauce. Close up the lid and blend everything up once again. As now, you want to go ahead and add that in. Mix everything together and start cooking it. To finish it up, you want to add a generous amount of brown sugar. Mix that until everything is fully dissolved. Let it cook so everything can reduce. As in the end, you are left with this banana ketchup. Nice and simple to make. But now to combine it with our special ingredient, 7-Up. So first, you want to add that into a bowl, followed by the banana ketchup, soy sauce, some lime juice, black pepper, brown sugar, and garlic. Mix that up real good until everything combines, and this is our 7-Up marinade, which is supposed to make every meat taste better. Well, we're gonna find out right now, as the most used meat for this marinade is this, pork shoulder. So I went ahead and started chopping it up, cut it in small cubes. Doing this will give a lot more surface area to the meat so that we can marinate it to its maximum potential. After placing it inside of the marinating container, I went ahead and poured a generous amount of the marinade inside. Then I mixed everything together to ensure they were fully coated with it, covered up the lid, and used my hand pump to pull the vacuum. And after 1 hour in the refrigerator, it was time to release the pressure because it was now ready. As you can see, they are nicely marinated. We're not gonna let any of the marinade go to waste. So I threw that into a pan, and as soon as it started simmering, I threw in some cornstarch slurry, which is just a mix of water and cornstarch. And as you can see, as I'm whisking everything up, it will start thickening up on you real quick. I'll be using this to baste the meats as it will give an incredible flavor. Talking about that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and skewer them. That is pretty simple though. Just make sure to soak the skewers overnight. That way they won't burn on you too badly. as now outside we go to get them grilled. And the wonderful thing about this grill is that it has already the slow and sear attachment, which allows you to cook with 2 zones. And for these skewers, that's what we want. Super hot heat, nice and fast, because the pieces of meats are super small. If you don't have enough heat, you will never get it to char up. And most importantly, you will just steam because it's wet from the marinade. So you are really looking for extreme heat here. It is one of the reasons I love to use this grill. But once I was done grilling all of them, check it out. We have all of our skewers perfectly cooked, nicely charred up, and exactly what I was looking for. And like I said previously, our friends from the Philippines love this stuff on pork. And even though they use in different types of meat, it was never tried on steaks. But we're gonna find out right now if it's gonna be good or not. So I went ahead and grabbed 2 beautiful New York strip. As you can see, they are choice grade and perfect for this. I seasoned them well with a good amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder, and they were now ready. One will be the control. The other one, I first added a generous amount of the marinade into the container, placed my steak in there, covered the whole thing up with even more marinade, placed the lid right on top, and immediately pulled in the vacuum. Because as that was marinating, I decided to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. And if you love shrimp, you're gonna like this one, as it is simple and easy to make. First, grab some shrimp. The easiest way I know how to remove the vein is this. You want to grab a toothpick, place it right over here, and you're able to pull out the vein that most people don't like. It's that simple, friends. So after removing all of the shells and deveining them, into a bowl I threw in some cornstarch, followed by the shrimp we just deveined, tossed it up until everything was fully coated, as once I had a bunch, it was time to make a quick batter. So into a bowl I threw in some all-purpose flour, followed by cornstarch, baking powder, 1 egg, and some water. Mix that up real good until I had this kind of consistency. As now the only thing left to do is to fry them. So first they go into the batter and immediately into a 350 degrees Fahrenheit oil. You want to cook them nice and slow. You're looking for that nice golden brown color, as once you have done a bunch, you definitely want a sauce to go along with it. For this one, into a bowl I threw in some butter, garlic, some Parmesan cheese, parsley, a pinch of salt, and black pepper. Mix that up real good, and my garlic butter sauce is now ready. So to plate it, I added the butter right in the middle, followed by a generous amount of the shrimps, and in the end we have the perfect side dish to go along with some steaks. And I have a feeling that those steaks are going to be real good, because remember, one of them have been marinating for quite some time in 7-Up. So I went ahead and removed the air and take a look. Oh boy, this one looks quite different. It is nice and soft, and I only wish you could smell the marinade. I cannot wait to find out how this is gonna taste, as now I set them down on a cooling rack and outside we go to cook them. Like always, the first thing to do is to put a nice wonderful sear. You want to make sure to set the grill to 2 zones cooking. Getting a crust as fast as possible is the key here, and at the same time avoiding grill marks as much as possible. Keep flipping the steaks as many times as necessary, by the way, as once you are happy with the crust, don't forget to also sear up the edges. To finish it up, you want to insert a thermometer and cook them in indirect heat until you reach your preferred doneness. As in the end, check it out, you are left with this, a perfectly cooked steak, which I'm hoping that it's going to taste fantastic with the 7-Up marinade. We're about to find out right now. As now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat, so let's do it.
I know it looks good, and before we try it, I want to thank today's sponsor, S&S Grills. For all of you that have been watching me for a while, you already know how much I love my S&S Grill. My kettle grill is the main thing I use to make all of my B-roll, and it has been for years. Well, now S&S has released their latest masterpiece, the Master Kettle, with an all-new next-level design. The Master Kettle comes with a sleek black finish, a new heavy-duty cart for stability and mobility. Trust me, those steaks are not going anywhere while you cook. Plus, it's got tons of storage space and a prep table built in too. But the real magic is the Slow and Sear Deluxe Insert. This is their patented charcoal basket that allows you to get a Master Chef quality sear and versatility to cook at low temperatures or even smoke with it. This grill really can do it all. One of my favorite features is the Easy Spin Grate, which allows me to easily spin the grate to ensure I get that perfect crust and juicy interior. Not to mention that it's loaded with pro features like a lid cradle, built-in temp gauge, a probe port, and adjustable smoke hole. I love my old kettle grill, but the new Master Kettle is a massive upgrade that can do everything my old grill did and more. So if you're interested in S&S Grills, check them out on the link in the description, because now let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful feast. Gentlemen, what do you guys think, huh?
Steak, chicken,
maybe,
and shrimp. I'm excited.
All protein, except a little bit here. We got some deep fry, but you know, we gotta keep this man healthy.
We're going all around the world with these types of proteins. Guga, I like this, man.
100%. By the way, it's not chicken, it's pork. So here's the deal. I want to know your honest opinion on this 2 steaks right here. The experiment is all about these two steaks, okay? This is just extra because we hungry.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if this is 2 side dishes or how this is working.
No, not at all. We're gonna try this as well and this as also, but it's mainly about this. And today, unlike other experiments, I'm actually gonna tell you what the experiment is all about. So here's the deal. My good Filipino friends, they usually use 7-Up on a lot of their marinades.
Oh.
So this has 7-Up all over the place, okay?
Oh my God. Angel likes Coke, but I like Sprite and 7-Up and stuff like that.
I wanna know if you feel it, or if the 7-Up is adding something, or you just love the overall marinade of these two little things over here. Just be honest, tell me how it is. Enough talking,
yes,
and let's go. Right here, grab your skewer. Yes, so this is more like the traditional version on how they do it, okay? This Filipino pork skewer. I really wanna know you guys' honest opinion on this one here. Because I'll tell you one thing, guys, there's one thing that you guys cannot tell when you're watching the video, and that's the smell. Tell them.
Dude, this smells so freaking good.
Well, I don't know, there's like the marinade, it's like sweet, there's a charcoal smell to it, I don't know.
It smells freaking good, bro. Can we eat this now?
Enough. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, that's good.
That is good.
I love the char.
It's so different though. It has a nice porky flavor, but there's like a hint of sweetness there that's really nice. And like you're saying, like I guess the marinade or the sugars caramelize very well when you're cooking this. So like you have a nice crispy exterior, but it still has the flavor of that sweet marinade.
Yeah, it's very light too.
Yeah.
It's not very powerful. What do you think, Sebastian? You like?
There's only one flaw. It's not very salty. But other than that, the charcoal, like he was saying, the charcoal and the sweetness goes very well. I have no complaints.
You are right. It's a lot more sweet than it is savory. That is delicious. I highly recommend you giving this a try, everybody. It is fantastic. And like Sebastian said, more towards the sweet side. So I'm wondering how it's gonna work with the steak. And we're gonna be honest, but first, shrimp.
Oh, surf and turf, baby.
Yeah,
so
shrimp. Okay, so obviously we got some nice butter. So go ahead and do a little bit of the dunkage on that butter over there, Leo. I wanna know your honest opinion in there. How does it smell, guys? I wanna know your honest opinion.
Oh, that butter smells incredible. It's crazy. I'm so excited for this right now.
A lot of garlic on this one.
All right, enough talking. Let's give it a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh man.
Seafood and meat are the perfect marriage, man. That is so delicious.
I love how the breading on the shrimp is a little bit thick, so that sauce seeps into it, absorbs all of it, and you can taste that delicious buttery garlic flavor in every bite. And this is something Angel would not appreciate.
No, you won't eat that.
Because I appreciate it.
If you are wondering why the sauce looks like this a little melty right now, everybody, it's just because I put it on a food warmer to warm up. But you like?
No,
good?
It's delicious.
Okay, enough. But can we try on the experiment? Because we can tell you right away, with pork is delicious, but I'm not quite sure about the steak. Ooh. Because they also have something that's called banana ketchup.
Banana ketchup?
Yeah.
No, I've never heard that.
Fair enough. Now let's try the first one here to see if it's an improvement or not. Please dig in, Sebastian.
So is this the control steak?
Always. We gotta let you know if it's an improvement or a downgrade. Let's see. You ready? Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. That's so good.
That's good. Oh, damn, that's really good.
If you guys thought that those skewers got a nice char, that steak has a much better one, let me tell you. It can feel that strong charcoal flavor, and this thing is juicy.
Savory enough for you? Oh, man. I just reminded myself how much better beef is than pork.
I'm sorry, I need to try something.
Oh, you're going in. That's gonna be good.
That's crazy.
That is a good steak. That is delicious. Let's try the next one. Please dig in. I mean, it smell different or no? Smell weird?
It's not weird, but it definitely smells different.
It smells a little bit like this one.
Yes, exactly. It has that marinade.
I want to see how this banana ketchup 7-Up marinade is going to taste.
All right. Well, let's find out right now. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Okay.
Maybe it's better with this one.
No, yeah, it's definitely better with the pork for sure. This one you lose a lot of the beefiness. I feel like you still get that slight sweetness. If the sweetness was a little bit stronger, it would be much more enjoyable, but the sweetness is so mild.
It's a bland steak. It says bland, there's just nothing to it.
Yeah, it needs more salt.
Yes.
It's more savoriness.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Even though that it was marinated and savored, but it has that little hint of sweetness, which you would expect from 7-Up. And it goes perfectly well with pork. But with beef, not loving it.
I still ate the whole thing because I'm hungry, but it's definitely not better than the control, I think.
I will say this, it's not bad, but it's definitely not better.
I won't have that again.
No?
No. This I will always, yeah. This, yeah, and the control. But the experiment.
Forget that one.
Yeah.
We will always tell you guys like it is, everybody. It didn't work out so much for beef, but it definitely worked out for pork. But those are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, bye. everybody. Bye-bye. Today we're putting this grill to the test. The Turbo E is an electric grill that claims to be able to replace your charcoal one. I don't know about that, everybody, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna be cooking different proteins so that we can see what it can handle. I say that is enough talking and let's grill.
And the first thing I wanted to try was chicken thighs. We all know thighs are better than breast. Like every chicken, it needs a lot of flavor. For that, into a bowl I threw in some garlic, followed by garam masala, baharat, sumac, salt, and avocado oil. Then I mixed everything well and immediately threw in my chicken. Next up, to let it marinate for 3 hours. Because once that was done, I set the grill to 330 degrees Fahrenheit and immediately threw my chicken in there. Then I closed the lid and let it cook. Every 10 minutes, I would open it up and flip the chicken. And after about 30 minutes, my chicken was fully cooked. Check it out. This is what I was left with. It seems like it was nicely cooked, and as soon as I started slicing it, I got confirmation. Now to make this taste even better, I went ahead and did a simple recipe. Into a pan I threw in some avocado oil, followed by red onions, and a generous amount of sumac. Then I seasoned it with salt, followed by baharat. Now I mixed that up real good and let it cook nice and slow. Because in the end I was left with this, an extremely flavorful caramelized onions. To finish it off, I got some naan bread, followed by the beautiful caramelized onions. Then I added some Mexican crema, followed by the chicken thighs, and to finish it off, a generous amount of parsley followed by olive oil. Now I have a feeling this chicken is gonna be real good, because even though this was the first thing I tested on the grill, we gotta run some more. So next up, I chose pork belly. Now here's the deal with pork belly. It will always have a good amount of fat. So whenever you're getting one, make sure to look for one that has the most amount of meat as possible. And the first thing to do is to add a nice marinade. And this one is quite simple. Into a pan I threw in some avocado oil, followed by green onions, ginger, and garlic. Mix that up and cooked it for a little bit. Then I added some mirin, soy sauce, some Shaoxing wine, and sesame oil. Stirred that up and brought everything together. It is very important to keep this under low heat, because once everything has been combined, I threw it into a bowl and let it cool off. Because the next thing to do is to go ahead and apply it to the whole pork belly. The most important thing is to ensure that every single edge is fully covered with it. The more, the better. But at the same time, I did not want to run out of this marinade, because as we're cooking it, I will also be basting it. Talking about that, I set the grill to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and immediately put the pork belly in there. First thing to do was to get a nice little crust. Every 1 minute, I would flip. You gotta keep in mind one thing. There's a lot of sweetness in this marinade, so I'm expecting it to get really dark, because once I was happy with the crust, I set the grill to the low 300s and closed the lid for 2 hours. Once the time was up, check it out. Exactly what I was expecting. And as soon as I sliced, now that is what I'm talking about. It rendered the fat nicely, and on top of that, we got a nice caramelization. But just like the previous one, we're not gonna eat the pork belly by itself, so I went ahead and made it extra special. Into a wok I threw in some sesame oil, followed by chili oil, soy sauce, and hoisin sauce. Mixed that up a little bit and immediately threw in some cooked noodles. You can literally use any noodles you like, because to finish it off, I added some green onions, tossed that up a little bit, and it was time to plate. I first went in with the noodles, followed by the beautiful pork belly and a generous amount of sesame seeds. Now that is nice and easy to make. And I can tell you one thing, friends, it smells phenomenal. But there's one more thing that I wanted to try with this grill, because this pork belly looks fantastic. However, I'm a steak guy, so let's put that to the test. For this cook, I chose skirt steak. There's only one issue with skirt steaks nowadays. They are no longer as cheap as they used to be. That's a bummer, because this is a phenomenal tasting steak. For the seasoning, I kept it real simple. A good amount of salt, freshly ground black pepper, and garlic powder. I made sure to season it properly, because once I'd done so, I set the grill to its hottest setting and immediately threw in my steak. Here's the thing with skirt steaks though, you want to cook it as fast as possible. That is the key. If not, you're gonna run into trouble of overcooking it. And most importantly, you want to make sure that your grill is super hot. So once I was done cooking, I immediately took it off, let the whole steak rest. I first sliced it this way because the next cut must be against the grain. Check out the results. And just like the previous recipes, I'll be making a full meal out of these steaks. First up, to make a salsa. Into a super hot pan, I threw in some avocado oil, immediately followed by tomatoes and onions, a generous amount of garlic, and some chili de árbol. Then you want to cook that up and get a little bit of color. As soon as they were looking like this, you want to throw everything into the blender, followed by cilantro, salt, and black pepper. Cover the whole thing up and blend it on high. As in the end, you are left with a nice, simple, and easy sauce. This is perfect to go along with some tacos. So I quickly toasted up some tortilla, then added a generous amount of those steaks, followed by some cilantro and onions, and of course you can't forget the sauce. I have a feeling these are going to be fantastic. But the question is, I want to know your opinion on this grill. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the results. Because even though he cooked everything, the most important thing is how is it going to taste? Well, let's find out right now.
But before the taste test, let's talk about the Turbo E grill. First, the features. It uses advanced carbon fiber infrared heating. It gives a concentrated heat distribution, meaning you can get a similar flavor intensity of charcoal grilling with an electric grill. It's got a large cooking chamber that has plenty of space, making this grill perfect for family gatherings and parties. This grill is also super easy to use. You can plug it into any outlet that is 120 volts. It also has safety features like automatic power off overheat protection. The design of the lid helps prevent grease from dripping, minimizing the risk of flare-ups due to the flameless electric design. This grill is perfect and safe for using on condos or apartment balconies. If you're interested in purchasing the Turbo E, you can buy it in Amazon. The link will be on the description. Plug in, play big with the Turbo E outdoor grill. Enjoy effortless grilling that is easy to use anywhere. Check out the link on the description to learn more and enjoy flameless and electric grilling all summer long. All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful feast. Gentlemen, are you guys hungry?
Looks saucy, looks delicious.
Oh, yes, it does. Looks good. I'm not saying anything today. I want to know your honest opinion because I'll give you guys my review in the end. What do you think?
I think that I can't wait to eat this food because I am so hungry.
It looks like foods from different areas of the world right now. I don't know.
Basically, what it is we got steak, chicken, and pork. Okay, we're going to start with the chicken. Your favorite?
My favorite.
All right, so this chicken here, I want to know your honest opinion. I'm not even going to describe to you guys what it is.
You say you're testing a grill here, Guga?
Yes. Look, just tell me how it tastes. I also want to know how well the meat is cooked. Give me your honest opinion on this one. Let's see. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Yo, that is amazing.
That's good, huh?
Yeah, I'm not even the biggest fan of onions, but that chicken is so good.
What do you guys feel?
Definitely some Indian vibe to it. But there's also like tart acidityness that kind of like balance things out really nicely. The chicken is so perfectly seasoned and it's still tender.
Yeah, very, very tender. You guys like it?
I love it.
I'm a fan.
The chicken is juicy. The sauce adds a beautiful moisture as well. Like overall, this is freaking fantastic.
So to cook chicken, what do you guys think? Thumbs up?
Big thumbs up from me.
I'll say this, to cook chicken on that grill is very easy to do. You know, you just plug and play and that's it. So, you want to try a taco?
Yeah.
This is a hefty amount. You see that?
The thickest taco I've ever had.
All right, enough talking. Let me know how it tastes. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Unpleasantly surprised.
Uh-oh. It tastes bad?
No charcoal flavor at all.
No charcoal flavor.
The steak is good, but it tastes like it's a little bit uneven, right? There's some pieces that are a little bit softer than others. It's kind of weird. But the sauce is delicious. The vegetables, the onions add a nice flavor there too.
You don't feel the spice, Leo?
Oh, I feel that spice.
Yeah, it's a little spicy in there.
Overall, how do you like the taste of the whole thing?
I think the flavors are nice, right? You can taste the beef, the taco is nice, the vegetables and sauce add a nice flavor. I really like it in general. The only downsides are that you're missing the charcoal flavor and the steak is unevenly cooked.
Yeah,
Fair
if I
enough.
had some charcoal on this, that would be so good.
Got your feedback on the steaks? I want to know the pork belly. Yeah? Let's go. Let's dig in. How does it smell? Smell good?
It looks like it's got a great char on it.
Some parts look like they're missing a little bit of char.
Well, let me know how it tastes. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Wow.
Surprisingly soft and sweet.
This one here, the noodles are a little bit creamy. And with that pork belly that has that sweetness, it just blends perfect. I don't know.
Right.
But I will say, I agree. Some parts of the actual pork belly do have a really strong char as opposed to some other parts.
And you can feel it, right?
You could, yeah, in your mouthfeel, you could feel it.
I love how different all of these recipes are, right? This pork belly is so fatty, it's so rich, and it's so different from everything else we've had, but it's still very soft, and I love the marinade on the outside of the pork. Like, it almost caramelized in some areas, giving like a nice char and flavor, but in other areas, to Angel's point, it's missing that char.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. Which one do you guys like better out of all of this?
Oh, I'm going with the chicken.
I hate to agree with him. I'm gonna go with chicken.
The chicken tastes so good, everybody. Damn, I should have made more chicken because this chicken is phenomenal.
And the marinade on the actual chicken itself too is just money, dude.
I cannot believe we like the chicken better. The chicken is very good, everybody. I'm not gonna lie.
This is a great video. I feel like we traveled the world with all these different flavor profiles details, and everything was good, but the chicken was definitely the winner.
Everything is so different, but if we're just talking about the protein itself, I think this works. It's not 100% perfect.
Out of the 3 proteins, I think the grill did the best on the chicken. The pork belly was good. It wasn't perfect, but the steak was the only issue.
So here's where I stand. This is not a charcoal grill. We already got that out of the way. But it's a good replacement, especially if you can't use charcoal. You know, a lot of places you can't use it, everybody. It's also nicely sized. How easy and convenient it is to use by just plugging it in and turning it on. If you want convenience, there you go. And if that's what you're looking for, then this grill will work for you. And if you want to learn more about it, check it out in the description down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks Drio Chef Maker for sponsoring this video.
On today's video, we are testing every single one of these machines. They have amazing features on them. They say they can cook everything. But let's be honest, Guga don't care about that. What I care about is, can it cook a steak perfectly? Well, we're about to find out right now.
And these are today's competitors. We have the Drio Chef Maker, Cuisinart Air Fryer Oven, the Ninja Smart Double Oven, and the Bravo Smart Oven Air Fryer Pro. First, let's check out the Drio Chef Maker. Here's the basket. It's non-stick, it has a rack to elevate the food, it has its own thermometer, and check this out, it's magnetic. On the top, there's a container for water. These features allows you to insert moisture as food is cooking, exactly like a steam oven. Check out the controls. For cooking, there are several modes. We got Chef Mode, Classic Cook, Probe Cook, Favorites, and Settings. If we jump into Chef Mode, in there we can find beef, pork, lamb, poultry, seafood, and vegetables. You can even choose from different cuts. That is helpful. Under Classic Cook, you have the traditional stuff. Next up is Probe Cook. If we jump right in, all you have to do is put the exact temperature you're looking for, and the Drio Chef Maker will do the rest. And you can save everything under Favorites for the ones that you use the most. But this is what it looks like. It's compact, it can go under your countertop, but at least for me there's one issue. You're limited by the basket. It's not that big. So if you're cooking for a lot of people, this is gonna be tough. Next up, we got the Ninja. This one looks a little bit outdated for me. Let's just say it's not my taste. And once I open the cooking chamber, you can see that we have 2. One on the top and one on the bottom. That's a really nice feature, as you can cook 2 things at once. Now I'll be honest with you, these controllers I don't like. I couldn't figure out how things worked, but eventually I did. And I hope that it can cook a steak really well. We're about to find out real shortly, as the next contestant is this. Now as you can see, it is pretty straightforward. There's nothing fancy about it, but I kinda like it. The cooking chamber is a little bit small, but here's a feature I really like. When you pull out the tray, there's a hook that stops it. Now let's talk about the controllers. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than that. There's even an oven timer. It has the ticky sound. Just listen.
And then?
This one is as simple as it gets. It's nice and it's cute, and I hope that it can cook a steak really nicely. Because now, check this one out, the Bravo. I had this one for the last 4 years, and it's been my workhorse. Now there are several things I like about it. I love the complete stainless steel look. It's also easy to clean, and the controllers look modern but also vintage at the same time. Now let's talk about the cooking chamber. It is bigger than all of the others. I can almost cook anything in here, and I probably use this a lot more than my home oven. But how I will cook a steak, we're about to find out right now. And for that, I chose 4 beautiful ribeyes. Every single one of the steak has the same grading, and they look fantastic. For the seasoning, I'm gonna keep it exactly the same with all of them. I went with a good amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. I'm telling you friends, if you season your steak properly, you're halfway there of making them taste really good, because the rest has to do with the cooking. So for the Drio Chef Maker is a little bit different than the other ones. So I jump into Chef's mode, scroll down to ribeye, and as you can see, it is giving me step-by-step instructions to follow. It makes things easy and takes guessing away. It's telling me to insert the thermometer all the way through, and for better browning, it's asking me to rub some butter on the steak. So I got some melted butter and basted the whole thing with it, a good amount. And I put the steak right back in, and inside it went. Moving on to the next phase, it asked me my doneness. I chose medium rare and started to cook. All of the other machines were not able to tell me in step-by-step instruction. And to keep things fair, I used the instructions from the Chef Maker with all of the other ones. So I first basted all of the steaks with some butter. Then I immediately placed all of my steaks as close as possible to the heating element. Some of them were easier than the other. But to keep things fair, we're gonna cook them all at 6 minutes per side under the broiler. Now you're probably wondering, why did you choose 6 minutes per side? That's because the Chef Maker adjusted itself as it was cooking, and the steak was done exactly at 12 minutes. And check out the results. Now obviously we don't have the best crust, and that is expected. The question is, did it cook it to perfection? So as soon as I took my first slice, take a look. The steak looks nice nice and juicy. It's medium rare, and I cannot wait for my guys to taste it and tell me what they think. Because let me show you the steak from the Bravo Smart Oven. Take a look. Now this one had a hard time because the two heating elements are not in the middle. So when I sliced, take a look. You can clearly see that the middle was not cooked properly, and at the same time, the edges were. But the important thing is, how is it gonna taste? Because take a look at the Cuisinart one. There's not much crust, but the fat got a nice caramelization that I like. But as soon as I cut it open, I was surprised on how evenly cooked it was. I would call that a nice medium rare steak, and only done in 12 minutes. And here we have the one from the Ninja. I like the caramelization on the fat, and also a little bit of char. And as soon as I opened it up, take a look. Nice medium rare, juicy, and as I take more slices, not evenly cooked. Maybe it has something to do with the heating element as well. But now that we have all of our steaks ready, the important thing is the taste test. All of my guys have no idea what's going on. Let's see what they all think.
All right, boys, we got some steaks. They don't look like our usual steaks, but let's see what's going on.
They look a little different than usual.
Yeah, but steaks are steaks, bro.
Yeah, but these steaks look kind of sad and boiled.
So if you're asking me visually, I'd probably have to say this one, only because it has probably the best crust out of all of them.
I agree with you, 2K. That one, it looks like the most pronounced crust. You can even see a little bit of burnt edges on it, whereas the other ones just look consistent in color.
I see why you guys are picking this one because the crust is a little bit stronger than all the other ones, but it's a little bit raw, so I think I would go with this one. It's probably number 2 on crust, and then the doneness is nice.
I do agree with you. Now I see it. It does look a little bit raw, so you know what? I might have to go with this one.
I'm gonna go with this one. I think it's the best one, medium rare, just how I like it.
I kind of like how this one looks though. This first one looks really juicy. I think it has the perfect color and exactly what you're looking for a medium rare steak.
These two are definitely the top dogs, but I think for me, I'm going with the first one here.
Plus this last one is kind of blue, bro. What happened there?
That's not medium rare, that's medium raw.
All right, boys, how we always say, it doesn't matter how it looks, it's how it tastes. So I say we start tasting. Let's start left to right.
I say, let's do it.
All right, let's go. Cheers.
Cheers.
I see why you guys won by perfectly cooked.
Let me tell you, what that steak lacks in crust, it more than makes up for in flavor and tenderness. That is very juicy and soft. Very impressed by that.
Yeah, I'm not missing the crust as much as I would if it didn't have that flavor.
Yeah, this one's seasoned perfectly. I still want that crust. I still want that charcoal flavor, but at the same time, it's seasoned so well that I can look past it. That's a good steak.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Let's go.
Cheers.
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 Man, that is nice.
Look, that's also a really good steak. I will say the lack of crust, I don't mind it because it's very flavorful. However, it's not as flavorful as the first steak we tried.
I have to agree and disagree at the same time. I think the crust is a little bit better on this one. What saves this one is Guga used a great quality steak because it does lack a little bit of flavor. It's still tender and everything, but that has to do with the quality of the steak. This one still edges it out.
Between these two, I probably go the first one, but this second one is a crazy strong runner-up, and we still haven't tried the other two.
If we're moving on, I think this third one's probably the saddest looking one of the bunch.
Let's do it.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Is it me or does the flavor of this one feel the most washed out?
I agree.
It's like a sous vide steak that never got a crust.
I feel like the texture is a little bit different and it's almost kind of like slimy.
Feels like it's a boiled steak.
There's no crust, man. That's the thing that I just can't stand. I need more crust than that.
From the first steak we had, I feel like we're actually going downhill, but we're not done yet.
Yeah, we still got one more to go, which is the raw one, like you guys like to say. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
What I will say off the bat, this one has the crust that this one was lacking.
Even though it is a little bit undercooked, it's not a big deal. The crust is really nice, but the biggest issue for it is that the flavor is really lacking.
At the end of the day, the most important thing is how does it taste, how juicy is it, how tender is it. And just because it has a crust doesn't mean it's the winner. This one tastes the best, is the juiciest, and the most tender.
I'll put it to you like this. If we had to pay for one of these steaks, which one are we buying?
Oh, number one, all day.
I have to say the same. If I had to pay for one of these steaks, that first steak is definitely winning.
The proof is in the pudding, everybody. Nothing is more important than the taste. In the end of the day, here's the deal. Every one of those steaks were not perfect. I'll say it like it is. Does an air fryer make the best steak you can have? No, it doesn't. Doesn't matter which one you use. So you gotta weigh out the benefits. You're using the air fryer for convenience. And sometimes convenience comes with a price. Cooking a steak, at least for my taste, should be done a little bit different. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with me. If you did enjoy it, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always in the description down below.
If you're interested in getting the Chef Maker by Drill, there will be a $144 discount, $215 total price on Chef Maker's Amazon listing. This discount will be only available on November 24th, one day.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.